Hello, it's Leela Halo, and today I'm going to be dyeing my hair this pretty honey blonde ashy kind of color for the summer. I know I said I wasn't going to dye my hair anymore, but here I am. I did it again. I just cannot let my hair rest. I tried the wigs, I tried to leave it alone, I tried going back to dark, and I just cannot. Like, I love to dye my hair, I love to change looks, and it's really fried right now, but it's gonna get better. It always does. It always turns out being more softer as time goes by and I take care of it. It does get better. So yeah, if you want to see how I achieve this pretty color, and keep on watching. We're gonna go into a series of steps. So first I'm going to show you everything that you need, all the products that I used. Then I'm going to show you the steps that I go in. I'm going to list out the measurements that I used exactly, because I couldn't take off my camera and like show you how I measured it exactly. It was kind of hard for me to do that. So I'm just going to list it out on the screen, and you can pause it so you can write it down, or you can, you know, put it somewhere so you don't forget whenever you're actually mixing. What else? So yeah, we're gonna first step is first you have to decolorize your hair. The decolorizer that I used was kind of like a bleach based, I guess, decolorizer, because it lifted my natural hair. It really did lift my natural hair. So it was a bleach based decolorizer. It's not really a bleach because my hair would have fallen off literally if I would have used a bleach. It's a decolorizer, but it is kind of has like a little bit of lightener in it. After that, I used the I have some of it left, this, and it's gonna be in the video, everything that I used, but I used the blonde highlights for dark hair only. So it's kind of like the copper one that I used in my other video, but this is for blonde hair. And then I used, after I dyed it, it still wasn't the color that I wanted, so I had to go in and tone it. So I did 3 different things to my hair, and it is fried. So next video I'm going to show you how I take care of my blonde honey blonde hair. Okay, I really hope you'll enjoy my video, and I know it sounds really cringe and really corny, but if you can please subscribe, it'll mean the world to me, honestly. I'm a small YouTuber and I'm new to this, so if you can please subscribe, it'll mean the world to me. I'm going to try to post more consistently, so stay tuned and watch the video. Thank you. Bye. Alright, so first things first, you want to get all these products listed. I have 20 and 30 volume developer, the high color highlights in ash blonde, the Wella T14 and 050, little toner, and then the protein color filler, the FSO L'Oreal color remover. And for this one, I used the medium shades of tint from level 4 to 6. So I pretty much mixed it what it said in the instructions with the 20 volume developer to remove the dark hair color dye that I had on my hair. And funny story, so silly me, I actually tried to do the peekaboo highlights that I've seen on TikTok. So pretty much where the girl has like hair framing her face that's blonde and it looks really pretty with dark hair, but it didn't really work out that way. It does look a little bit lighter, but I guess if you really want to get that effect, you want to use real bleach. I didn't use bleach because I know how like damaged my hair is, so I used a color remover. So the difference between those is that one is bleach, it does more damage to your hair. The other one simply removes color. This one I believe is bleach based, meaning that it does have a little bit of lightener in it, and it is going to lighten your natural hair. There are some color removers that don't lighten your natural hair, they simply remove color. So I didn't get that one. That's why it lifted my natural hair. As you can see here, it's already starting to lift my roots a little bit, if you see there. But yeah, I finished applying it to all the areas that I wanted supposedly to be lighter. But like I said, it didn't really work out that way. I kept checking it every now and then because I didn't want it to fall off. I was so worried it was gonna fall off because I've done so many things to my hair, it's not even funny. But yeah, I'm just applying the color remover all over my hair, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I applied it evenly from the root to the tip. And you know, this time I really took my time and parted my hair, and instead of applying like gulps at it at a time, I actually divided the hair by section, as you see there, and then I put the color remover evenly so it didn't create a lot of patches. And sometimes I get tired and I just use my hand to apply the product, but I use the brush the whole time, which I was so proud of myself. I'm really growing as a little hairstylist. And I know, guys, I do not have my license, so I pretty much just learn as I go and by watching other people's videos. So that's why I want to post my own video, because maybe you guys learn something from it too. And the ends, I did go in after I did my roots. So I did my roots first, then I went in and blended it to the ends, because my ends are obviously lighter than the rest of my hair, as you can see. So there, I'm just bringing it down to my ends. And if you want to lighten your eyebrows to match your hair, I do not suggest you use this color remover on your eyebrows. It's just going to irritate them. I've tried it before, it didn't work out. If you want to lighten your eyebrows, use actual bleach for your hair on your face if you want to do that. So I'm done applying it all over from root to tip. I'm just seeing if I missed any spots. And I of course checked the initial hair that I put decolorizer on to make sure it's not like falling off. And a quick tip as well is you can also check the elasticity of your hair by like pulling it a little bit on the end, see how much it's processing and how much it can like hold. If it's super stringy, rinse it out immediately. And that's what I kept doing. I kept checking the elasticity of my hair on my ends, especially to make sure it wasn't falling off. So I removed the color remover. Now it's time to dye my hair. So I used the high color highlights in ash blonde with the 30 volume developer. Then I added 3 little capsules of the Wella 050 little toner, and then I added 3 little tabs of that protein filler. It didn't really do anything, honestly. You can skip that step if you'd like. I thought it was going to color my hair and tone it at the same time, but it didn't do anything at all. So you can skip that. And what this color pretty much did is that it kind of lifted, you see those patches that I have there, the dark patch, it evened out the color. It lifted the darker color that didn't get lifted with the lightener, and it evened out everything. So this step is very important. So first you decolorize your hair, right? You remove the product that you had, the other color that you had, the dark color. If you didn't have any color, you at least lightened your natural hair a little bit. Then step 2 would be to actually color your hair. So this is step 2. You're adding the color and evening out any dark spots or patches that you have. So I had a bunch of patches for whatever reason. Yeah, so I'm just applying the the hair color all over my hair. And do you see what I'm saying? Like, I split my hair and I brushed it out and I applied it so neatly, and I never do that. I'm so proud of myself because I did that. I really suggest that if you're gonna dye your hair, you know, put some time aside, like good 3 hours to do your hair. If you're gonna do these things, don't rush it. Be patient, take your time, and just go little by little, piece by piece. So I applied pretty much to all of my hair, and you can already see it start getting ashy, which is what we want. So yeah, it's already getting ashy. So this is how it's looking after I applied it all over. You can see some parts are lifting. My ends are getting a lot ashier. It's looking prettier. And I keep checking my ends. Like I said, if you have damaged hair, you want to always keep checking your hair. Make sure it's not going to fall off. You don't want a disaster like that to happen. So I always keep checking my hair while it's processing. And that's how it's looking from behind. So I let this sit in my hair for about 30 to 40 minutes is what the box says, with 30 volume developer. So I let that sit there for a while. This is how it looks after I dyed it and after I washed everything off. So the ends are looking pretty. The top part is looking a little copper. So we're gonna go in now and tone the hair. We're gonna add that. We're gonna mix that along with the Wella 050 additive and then the T14. I didn't record that, but this is the final look after. It looks a little, I don't know, like a little green on camera, kind of like on the ends, but I promise you it doesn't look like that in person. It looks more of like an ashy kind of honey blonde kind of thing. Look at it from the back. Yeah, it's more simple. Always wear your gloves because you don't want to cause any damages to your skin and your nails. You don't want that to you know, have an irritating effect or like a allergic reaction to it. Do not put it directly on your scalp. That's why my roots are a little bit more darker than my ends, because I didn't apply it directly to the scalp. It's gonna irritate your scalp. So first step is to decolorize. Second step is to dye the hair. Third step is to tone it. So yeah. This is the final result.